first I was afraid, I was petrified to book with Norwegian Cruise Line. But I'm back from other ships. Let me grab you a coffee to tell you the story of this. I do think it is an interesting story, and yes, Norwegian hasn't been kind to me. I booked a bucket list cruise for me, Canal Panama. But before I go into all the details, let me give you a tip for how to reduce costs with the overall trip. Because for me, this trip starts in Europe and the cruise is from Los Angeles to Miami. And one thing with intercontinental flights is they get pretty expensive if they are one leg. Why? Well, the companies try to make sure that their passengers go both ways, so as to optimize the seating, of course, in the cabin, which then makes these itineraries from one city to another rather expensive. So the tip I have for you is quite simple when you have this intercontinental flights, and it doesn't matter if it is from Europe to the US or from the US to Europe. It ends up being the same principles. So what I did is, because the cruise ends in Miami, as opposed to book one way to LA and then another way from Miami, I booked a return flight from Europe to Miami, do the internal flights with a local line, and then with the cruise back to Miami, and then the return from Miami. This reduces the costs so much. It is incredible. And by the way, a big shout out to Kelman, who taught me this animated graphics. So cool, isn't it? Thank you. And as usual, to make sure we don't lose our cruises and anything, I do go a few days to LA before the actual cruise. Which brings me to another shout out, which is to you, Lisa, and thank you for giving me the suggestion to book as an hotel the Queen Mary. Awesome! I'm so looking forward to that. And this just brings another excitement to this journey, because the overall journey, once I land in Miami, I'll go to Chicago and then to San Francisco, down to LA, and then finally get on the cruise. And the pre-cruise, the Queen Mary. I am this moment so excited to do this bucket list cruise. But why was I afraid of NCL? Well, NCL with me has been a bit complicated relationship. For one, they've been cancelling a lot of the cruises I've booked. And even this itinerary from LA to Miami, or the itinerary Miami to LA, because they do the ship both ways, has been cancelled just close to the New Year's Eve, or right after. I think it's cruises that they don't sell too much, and therefore they try to charter them to full companies who wants to do the year kickoff for their employees. What a cool idea, isn't it? A kickoff in a cruise. Yeah, well, good for them, bad for me. And the problem with the cancellations is, the bad thing for me is if these cancellations are less than 12 months away from the cruise, I've already got the flights, the hotels, transfers, a ton of stuff already booked. And all that I need to cancel. Not good, not good. And unfortunately or fortunately, I've got my cruises booked like 18 months in advance, almost 2 years. And the benefits I got from NCL was just for rebooking the cruises in the same calendar year, which I didn't have any time slot to do that. And then, of course, probably like you, I also do a lot of research on all these companies and what I'm going to do. So I was like, oh, the entertainment is going down, the Avon is not as cool. But then again, I said, like, what the hell? Panama Canal is a bucket list. I'm going to do it. Let's book. And Norwegian offers me a good cruise for doing that. And I'll take the chance and book Avon, which I'm always curious to compare to other more upstyle classes of traveling. So let's see how that goes. I'm so excited. And the way I go about in my YouTube channel is I announce these trips so that you can put your comments on things that you want to see during this trip. And I'll try to satisfy that information with short clips that I do during the cruise of like 5 to 10 minutes. If you want to know all about coffee on Norwegian, I will try to find all the coffee spots there. And I'll do a short video just on that. And when I saw the even pictures of that swimming pool that is kind of like interior, it's cold weather, it is exterior in hot weather, it looks fascinating, amazing. I'm like, I've got to book this, I've got to try this. This pool looks amazing in the Avon. So I got an Avon suite. To be honest, I've got another booking already made with NCL on Avon, but on another ship, on the Viva. As you put on the comments your asks about the ship, I will try to create some short videos on those topics, and I will try to publish them while I'm on the cruise. And this itinerary looks cool. So, seeing the Panama Canal, Cabo San Lucas, Puerto Vallarta, Guatemala, I'm so excited. And hopefully you too leave on the comments what you want to know, if it is about the Avon, if it is about the Norwegian Joy, or if it is about the destinations and the shore excursions. Looking forward to see you on the channel. In the meantime, you can check what I did with the Explorer journey of 17 days I did a few weeks ago.